Hi everyone. So I just wanted to come to you today with a little message about depression. I've chatted to a lot of people, and it sounds like a lot of people are taking strain. We've been in lockdown now for 3 weeks. We've got another 2 weeks to go, so we're kind of more than halfway. But I think, in anything, it takes some time to accept things. We go through the grieving process, and we are grieving right now because we've kind of lost a life, really, and we don't really know what the world's going to bring after this. And one of the critical stages of accepting anything is depression, and I'm not necessarily clinical depression, which can be quite serious, but just that feeling of being low and drained, and nothing really gives you joy, and it's just a bit of a yucky place to be. So I wanted to give you some pointers on what you can do to help yourself. I've walked a very long, intimate journey with depression, and I found ways to support myself that I don't have to be on medication, and I use them every single day. So I come to you from a place of absolute understanding and empathy, and I hope that this helps. So the first thing I'd like to mention is just to meet yourself where you are. If you're feeling down, it's okay. It's understandable. There's a lot going on right now, and it's okay to feel a bit low. All I can say is just try your best not to unpack there, because getting stuck there, suppressing it, it just gets worse, and it just spirals, and it's not going to get any better by just being in that funk for too long. So allow yourself to feel what you're feeling. Try and determine what's under it. Right now, that's quite obvious. So if it is the lockdown and everything that's happening in the world that's getting you down, you could be tapping into collective consciousness. You could be tapping into all the fear and panic about. So it's important to understand what's in your control and what's not in your control. And what's not in your control, I ask you to kind of make peace with and let go and surrender it if you can. I mean, even if you have to make it a visual exercise where you actually, I don't know, attach it to a cloud and see it drift away, or use a balloon and blow all your frustration into the balloon and let the balloon go. Just whatever you need to do to help yourself let go of what you can't control, because there's a lot we can't control right now. The next thing is to get up, dress up, and show up. This was the best thing I ever did when I was battling with depression, because it is so easy to just pull the cover over your head and close the curtains and stay there, or stay in your jammies all day, or really sloth around. I mean, it's okay to sloth and have a pajama day. I'm not saying that that's wrong. I'm just saying don't do it because you're feeling flat, and it's quite easy to get stuck there. I didn't leave my bedroom for 4 days once, because the days just kind of merged together. I'm talking years and years ago. But as soon as I started implementing that rule, everything shifted, because by getting up and dressing up, you're saying, okay, I'm ready for the day. I'm going to conquer this. I put some order in my home. I feel better about myself. And you have much more of a chance of feeling better that way. So as much as it's hard, and generally when you are feeling a little bit depressed, when you open your eyes in the morning, that's actually the worst time. That's when you feel at your lowest. So even if you have to say to yourself, this is the worst I'm going to feel today, I choose to get up and dress up and show up. Even if you've got nothing to show up for, even if it's just to have a call with someone, it doesn't matter. You're doing it for yourself. That's what's most important. The next thing is just try and determine a routine for yourself if you can. To live a balanced life, we need to break up our day into various types of activities. So create a bit of a schedule for yourself, stick it on the fridge. The sort of time types you need to break your day up into are connection time. So make sure you connect with people. If you're feeling depressed, even more so, it's vital. We live in a technological age, so it's very easy to do a WhatsApp call or connect with someone, or a Zoom call, or whatever it is that you need to do. There's a million platforms, there's a million ways. Reach out, ask for help, connect with someone, get yourself a buddy if you have to, that you check in with every day. I mean, everybody has very different realities now. Some people are homeschooling and working hard and maintaining a home, and life's busier than it's ever been. Some people are all alone and possibly on forced leave or whatever, and they're finding that they've got a lot more time. And you can say it's a wonderful time to do things you've always wanted to do, and yes, it absolutely is. But sometimes it becomes quite overwhelming to go, wow, I've got all this time now, what am I going to do with myself? So, and then it can kind of get you, that overwhelm can actually force you to kind of give up before you even started. So, connection time is very, very important. Downtime. So that downtime is when you can be in your jammies and sloth on the couch, and that's okay because you've given yourself permission. You've gone, okay, tonight I'm just chilling on the couch and I'm giving myself permission to just sloth, and that's okay. But don't do that permanently. It's not good for you. The next is active time. It's very important to get active and move around and do whatever you can. Some have big gardens, some don't. Just do what you can. Even if it's star jumps in front of your TV, whatever it is, just do what you can right now because that's all we can do, right? The next is focus time. Focus time is if you're working or you're reading a book or you're learning a new skill or something that requires concentration. Find something every day that gives you some focus time. Then playtime. Playtime is so vital right now. It's really, really important to play games with your kids or the people you're in lockdown with. Or if you're on your own, you've put on your favorite series and have a good laugh. Get your girls on a Zoom call and cheers over the glass of wine if you still have wine. Even if it's just a cup of tea. Whatever it is, just have some fun. It is so important to the human spirit. And the last is time in. Now, time in is time with yourself. You are the most important thing in your life. So you need to make sure that you're okay. And you need to make sure that you're fueled because you also can't give to anyone else if you're empty. So spend time with yourself, meditate, journal, do something you love, art, music, whatever it is that fuels your soul, that is what you do in time in. And make time for that every day, even if it's just 10 minutes, even if it's just a 5-minute breathing exercise, whatever it is. There's so much out there. There's so many resources. You can also go to my website, which is shanshane.co.za. I've got a resources page. I've got 3 meditations up there that's great for time in, and I'll be loading more and more. So keep an eye on that. There's a lot of stuff coming. The next is limit news consumption. It's important to be aware of what's going on in the world right now, but don't become obsessive about watching the news. During 9/11, they did a study, post 9/11, and they discovered that the people who obsessively watched the news every day suffered more PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, than the people who were actually there. So, yes, it is important to know what's going on, but don't get stuck there. Don't have it on all day. Don't have it in the background all the time because it's going to incite fear and panic and it's going to add to your depression, and it's not good for you. The next is combat cabin fever. I know that's not easy for everybody, but do what you can, even if it means making a little pillow in the only sunny spot in your house and making that little comfortable spot. Now's the time for creation, and there's an opportunity to do things in new ways and create new ways of being. So there really isn't an excuse. There must be something that you can do to get some fresh air in your body and some sun on your face. Prioritize connection, as I've mentioned. Even if you get yourself a buddy, somebody that you check in with every day, somebody else that is also possibly taking strain. Brings me to the point of the helper's high. So when we help other people, our bodies actually release something called dopamine. And dopamine is the chemical that is released when we're doing things that we enjoy, that make us feel good. Very closely linked to endorphins, very similar kind of effect. So by helping someone else, you are indirectly helping yourself as well. So right now, the most important question you can be asking yourself is, how can I be of assistance to the world? This is the positive thing that's come out of this experience, is that we're all in this together. There's no discrimination. No one's better than anyone else. We're all affected in the same way. And it's brought out the good in so many people. It's allowed people to go, there must be something that I can do. So what can you do? And also, what would you like to walk out of lockdown with? What would you like to say one day to your kids or grandkids or whoever? I lived through that, and this is what I gained out of it. Rather have a good news story from it. Try and strive for that if you can. Be kind to yourself. Do whatever you need to do to nurture yourself, whether it's a long soaking bath or creating a beautiful, nutritious meal for yourself, or, connecting with someone, as I've mentioned, or, meditation is wonderful as well. Not everybody knows how to do that, but it is a huge help in times like this because it elevates your mood, it elevates your frequency, and it makes you feel better, and it allows you to be creative. It's good for your body, it stops inflammation, it boosts your immune system. There's a million reasons to meditate. And if you get stuck and you don't know how, please reach out to me. I've got loads of experience. I know many different types of meditation, and I can help and guide you to see what works. I'm also running a live meditation tomorrow at 12 o'clock SA time on my Facebook page, which is Shane Mind, Body, Soul Balance. And it's going to be a loving kindness meditation, which is the perfect thing for anyone who's struggling at the moment and feeling a bit low, because it's about cultivating love for yourself, love for others, and love for the world right now. So it really is a beautiful journey, and I'd like you to encourage to attend that. And it brings me to the next point. You know, we all are only human. And if you're having a bad day, have a bad day. But just keep telling yourself, please, that it's not a bad life. It's just a bad day. So, and also remember that sometimes the most traumatic experiences take us to the most beautiful places, and that nothing in life is permanent, and that the only constant thing in life is change. So know that this time too shall pass. If you can't get a hug from someone else, give yourself a hug. It has the same physiological effect on the body. And just do what you can to support yourself. And I'm sending you loads of love. And please follow me on my page. There's lots of resources that will help you during this time. You need to reach out. I'm here. Reach out for help. You know, there's power in vulnerability, and it increases connection. And right now, that's what we need to do most. Till we chat again. Bye-bye.